Yes? Beautiful.
Let's go.
Let's go. Fun!
Got it.
Spring has sprung. Best wishes. Whew, so hot. Well.
You're wide open.
Yes? Yes? Happy New Year! Let's go.
Got it.
Beautiful. Yes? Fun! Spring has sprung. Sweet dreams.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Infernal Clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes, this time for the Bound Hero Battle featuring Matthew and Hector. So this map is, it's interesting. It's very claustrophobic. There's not a whole lot of room to move around in. There are all of these breakable walls, but it's in a very enclosed space. So first things first, I mean, you do want to move very carefully, pick your spots, and plan ahead, because you want to be able to anticipate where the enemy is moving, and then intercept accordingly. The enemy troops, let's go over them one at a time. The Lance Flyer here does have guidance, and IOT Shield. IOT Shield obviously is going to be an issue for you people who are using archers, but guidance allows both Matthew and this red mage here to be able to swoop in and teleport in front of this Lance Flyer and extend their range to attack you if you try to engage by breaking these walls. So be mindful of that, certainly. Matthew starts at a 0 cooldown on his Glimmer, so if he gets to attack, he's gonna proc Glimmer, just so to be aware of that. He does have Speed Tactic as well, and the enemy arrangement around him is such that everybody will get the Speed Tactic boost. This Red Mage has Rotter Blade. This Green Cavalier does have Speed Ploy, so you just want to be careful in the cardinal directions around him. That can be pretty debilitating. So the Lance Knight has both Wings of Mercy, which is always something that you want to be careful about, and he also has Armor March, and he's sitting planted right next to Hector, which obviously means that Hector gets a 2 movement, at least on turn 1. For Hector, they decided to toss Bold Fighter on him, and obviously with his inherent Quick Riposte 2 on his Armads, what that really means is that he can double on both player and enemy phase when you engage him. Also, his Bonfire is at a 1-turn cooldown, which means, obviously the intent being, whether you attack into him or he attacks into you, he's going to proc Bonfire for a lot of damage considering his 40 defense. There are a couple of ways really to get around that. One, you can use a Breaker skill, Axe Breaker, to nullify the effects of Bold Fighter, at least on enemy phase, so that you can double him back and he can't double you. That also prevents the Bonfire from going off on that turn. You can also use things like Savage Blow or Pain to whittle him down to get him out of the quick riposte range, so that you can engage him a little bit more comfortably on player phase. That's an option as well. And of course you can also use sweep skills or sweep weapons to be able to engage him without fear of retaliation as well. So those are all viable options when taking on Hector. But Hector is a threat. I mean, he does have that bonfire ready, and he has a huge amount of health, and his stats are infernal boosted as usual. So let's take a quick look at the team. I just made a couple of adjustments just to speed things along.
So hot.
Summer Corrin is running her Darting Blow, Blarblade build. No changes here. She's got her Speed Seal, Goad Flyers, Draconic Aura, Desperation, everything that my standard build has. Hinoka also remains unchanged. She has her Hinoka's Spear, Luna build, Fury, Desperation, Hone Flyers, and Fortify Res 3.
Let's go.
For New Year's Camilla, this is where I made the first set of adjustments. So I designated her as my Hector killer. So she's equipped with Axebreaker on her B slot instead of her usual Desperation. And I replaced Gale Force with Dragon Fang just because that came into play a little bit more than Gale Force did when I was testing stuff out. So just figured I'd swap that in. Otherwise, the rest of her build is the same. Heavy Blade, Slaying Edge Plus, Death Blow for the A slot, and Goad Flyers for the C slot.
Beautiful.
For Spring Camilla, I went with the Grondblade build this time around, just for the sake of variety. It helped to secure some of those kills and get a few doubles that I wasn't able to get with the Gronraven build. So this build is oriented towards being a speedy Grondblade user, obviously. She's got Draconic Aura for her special, Darting Blow, Desperation, Goad Flyers, and the Speed Plus 3 seal, just so that she can secure those doubles. Okay, so let's get started on the strategy involved. We're just going to swap ourselves into position here. And on turn 1, I'm just going to start breaking down some of these walls just so that they're not in the way.
Well, yes.
And we will, at the same time, for efficiency's sake, we're just going to arrange ourselves into T formation around Hinoka to get that Home Flyers buff. And then on turn 2 is when we can engage. We can go ahead and take out the Lance Flyer right away with Corrin.
Got it.
And we'll use Hinoka to reposition her back to safety. We'll move Spring Camilla up to delete this last wall that's in our way, or breakable wall that's in our way. And with this arrangement, both of the Blade Tome users get the Hone Flyers buff. And then we're just going to slide New Year's Camilla back here. And then they're going to approach. So with this arrangement, Hector loses the Armor March next turn, so he's no longer a movement threat. And now we're just going to engage on color advantage. We're going to use Summer Corrin to take out this red mage here. We'll use Spring Camilla, bring her up to take out Matthew. Yep, and with her defenses, she can take on that Glimmer without an issue whatsoever.
Yes.
And we can use Reposition to propel New Year's Camilla up so that she can take on the Green Cavalier. She's also going to be in the range of Hector, but because I have that Axebreaker, he is not a threat. Okay. There we go.
Yes.
So we'll finish off Hector with New Year's Camilla. And then we're just going to fall back
Oh, so hot.
to get that buff on Spring Camilla, the Hone Flyers buff, so that this turn we can use Spring Camilla to eliminate the Lance Knight. Pretty simple. It's really just maneuvering around the enclosed space, planning ahead, making sure that your color advantage units are in an area where they can engage appropriately. And that's pretty much it. So let me know in the comments below what strategies you used to clear this Infernal Bound Hero Battle. I'd be curious to know what teams and methods you used. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.